So today we're going to learn how to make a flyer in InDesign. So when beginning the process, you want to open a new document in InDesign and you click Create New. And once that pops up, you want to go over here to Print, Letter, and once you double click it, it will automatically open a fresh document for you. So next we're going to place a photo that we have selected for this flyer today that we're going to create onto the document. So you go File, and then you scroll down to Place, and then the photo that we have today is on our desktop under Adobe Stock Photo. And it's important to remember when you open this photo that the mouse is connected with the photo. So when you're going to put the photo on here, you put it where you want it at the end, right up here in the top corner. And then once you click, you drag it. And we want to put it right about there. So that brings us to our next step.
Now we are going to put some text on this. So in order to do that, we are first going to create a paragraph style. And what a paragraph style is, it's a style that holds consistent throughout the entire document. So that way, if you want to make changes, it's simple to do that. So we're going to click on the paragraph style button over here. And then we're going to click on our basic paragraph style. But what we want to do is create a new one. So we're going to click the little new button down here. Now we're going to click on paragraph style 1, and that'll bring us to our options. We're going to rename the style as new style, and here we have a bunch of different options, and we're going to make it pretty simple here. So we're going to go to basic character format. We are going to change it to Gill Sans regular, and then we're going to make this about, let's say 36 point font. We're going to leave the rest of this for now, and then when we look at, we're not going to do anything with the advanced characters. Now we're going to drop down to character color, and we are going to change it to this paper color right here. Now we're going to click OK, and we have our new style right here. So now we're going to click on our text box, and we're going to draw our text box, and you can see it flashing right here in the corner, and we're just going to type orange juice in all caps. Now you can see that we can't see that very well, but what we're going to do is highlight that text and hit new style, and we have our new style. In order to get this text box to go down or to fit the size of the text that we have, we're going to double click on the corner and it snaps it down to the corner. Now we're going to move this over so it matches up with our margins line, which is the purple border on the inside of the paper. So now looking at it, we have our picture and we have our one text box. We're actually going to add a stroke around this real quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our new style, go back to our color, and we're going to double click on that other box, and we're going to turn that black, which is our stroke, and we're going to increase it to a weight of 2. So now we can see that just a little bit better. Next on our list, what we're going to do is we're going to add a color block. So in order to get the colors to match, we're going to grab our eyedropper tool, and we're going to come up to our picture and just click anywhere on this picture. Now we have our sets of oranges, so we're going to hit this add button. So we just added that to our colors. We're going to grab our pointer tool again, and we can see that we have our orange colorful theme right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to our rectangle tool, and we are going to draw a rectangle, and we're going to fill it with the tan color. So we're going to move down to our colorful theme and hit this one where it starts with the cyan color is 16 or C equals 16, and it changes the color for us. Now we're going to grab our text tool again, and we're just going to draw a box outside of the rectangle, and we're going to type stay healthy dash get your vitamin C. So we have that, and now what we're going to do to really emphasize the ease of using a paragraph style, we're going to highlight that text again, and we're going to click on our new style that we had, and then we're going to move this box up and adjust the text box just a little bit so that we don't have anything hyphenated. And then in that process, we're also going to center this text box, which is up here in your alignment. So we're going to align that center. And then we're going to go ahead and snap the text box again. There we go. Okay, we're actually going to move this color block up just a little bit. And now we are going to move on to our second to last step of making this flyer.
So for today, guys, we're just practicing, so we don't really have any specific text to put in there. But if you did have information that you wanted to put in on this flyer, you would go down here to your type tool, and you're going to create another text box. So we're going to start it right about there. And then today, just so you can see what it would look like if you did have text in there, you right click and you're going to select filler text or fill with placeholder text. And so after we have that, we're also going to add another picture down here. Since we're at the University of Florida, we're going to put the IFAS logo as well. So you're going to go back to File, and then go back to Place, and then the UF IFAS logo is right here where our Adobe stock photo also was. So we're going to click on that again, click Open, and okay, sorry, the text box was still selected, so we had to go back and change to our pointer tool. So that way we could make sure that the photo was uploaded the same way we did previously. So just as I said before, you just make sure that you're careful with it because the photo is already uploaded and connected to your mouse. So you're going to click anywhere, drag, and then put the logo right in there. And then you can move it around wherever you would like to have it in this document.
Yep, so now we're going to finish this up. As we can see, one thing that's important to point out is we have one error down here. And what that means is there's something on the page that isn't quite right. And so when we look, we have this little plus error right here. What that means is that we have overset text, and what we want to do is go ahead, well, it was our original logo, so we're going to go ahead and delete that. And then we are going to snap that back, and now we have no errors. But if you did want to double check, you would click on the little arrow down there, pre-flight panel, and it shows us that everything is a-okay to go ahead and export. So to go ahead and export, we're going to go to File and Save Our Project. We're going to save it to our Adobe stock file, and we're just going to name it Workshop Flyer. And then we're going to save that as an InDesign file in case we ever want to go back and change anything. Now to export it as a PDF, we're going to go down to Export, and then we are going to save it as an Adobe PDF print. Click on Save. And here we have a bunch of different options, but for now we're going to check Pages, and then we're going to check our marks and bleeds. That way if we do want to get it printed, we can print everything to the edge. From there we're going to go back to General, and we are going to hit Export. And from there it will pop up, and we have our finished flyer with our marks and bleeds and everything that we wanted. So thank you for joining us today, and we hope you learned something new.